Hello everyone. So far we have seen four classification metrics in accuracy, precision, recall and F1 score. But these were for a binary classification problem. Let us just see what changes are to be done when it happens to be a multi-class classification problem. So first, this is the data set that we have. Here we have Y test, which we are going to take as the true labels, and it has three classes 1, 2 and 3, and then we have a predicted array Y pred, again of the same three classes, and when we plot the confusion matrix, this is what we are going to get. Now that we have seen that confusion matrix, let us try to calculate all the performance metrics. Let us start with accuracy. In this case, we can take accuracy to be the base definition of the ratio of correct predictions by total predictions. As you can see, the correct predictions will be along the diagonal. So we have 16 plus 15 plus 6, and there are a total of 50 instances giving us a value 0.74. Up next, we will see precision, where if you recall, the formula for precision is true positive by true positive plus false positive. So in this case, however, like we had done in the case of MNIST, when we can calculate precision for the classes individually. So I'm going to take class 1 to be the positive class and the other two classes collectively to be the negative class, which is why the true positive is going to be 16 and false positive is going to be just 2. That is, if you look at the column 1, only 2 instances have been falsely predicted as positive, because in this example, or when we are calculating precision for class 1, that is going to be taken as the positive class. So false positive is 2, true positive is 16, and on substituting it in the formula, we are going to get this value. Likewise, we can calculate precision for class 2. Now true positives are going to be 15 because we are going to take class 2 as the positive one. Likewise, if you look at this column, 4 plus 2, 6 values, there are false positives. So false positive is 6. Again, putting it in the formula, we get the value 0.714. Similarly, for class 3, we have this time true positive as 6, and there are 5 false predictions, false positive predictions, and again we get the value 0.545. Moving on to recall, again the formula is true positive by true positive plus false negative, and like we had done in the case of precision. Now when we do it for class 1, this is again going to be our positive class, the rest being the negative class, and this time we are going to see the row for recall. There are 2 plus 2, 4 times. When it was actually 1, it was falsely predicted as negative, so false negative is 4, and again substituting it in the formula, we are going to get the value 0.8. We can do the same thing for class 2. This time we have 2 plus 3, 5 false negatives and 15 true positives, giving us the value 0.75. Next we move on to F1 score for class 1. We have already calculated the precision and recall previously for class 1, and just substituting it in the formula is going to give us this particular value. Likewise, we can calculate the value of precision and recall for the class 2 and 3 as well, put it in the formula and get the F1 score corresponding to it. Now that we have done this, there is a function called classification report which allows us to collectively see this entire thing. So the output of the classification report is what I have put in here. As you can see, the values of precision and recall are exactly as we had obtained, and the support column indicates how many instances are present in that particular class. So class 1 has 20 instances, which is nothing but the sum of this row. Likewise, class 3 has 10, sum of this particular row. And the value of accuracy is just going to be one value, which is the number of correct predictions divided by total number of predictions. This is irrespective of class. Now there are two more things which I'll mention briefly. One is a macro average, which is nothing but the average of these three values. If you sum these three and divide by the number of classes, you get 0.72. Similarly for these two as well. And weighted average is going to weight these particular values depending on the support. That is, this value of 0.75 is obtained as 20 by 50 because we have 50 points and the support is 20 for class 1. 20 by 50 into 0.89, 20 by 50 into 0.71, and 10 by 50 into 0.55 is going to give us the value of 0.75. Likewise, we can also calculate the weighted average value of recall and F1 score. So this is the only change for a multi-class classification problem. I hope this has helped. Thank you.